right. So welcome a New Health Solutions family. I am so excited on this day. Usually I am doing lives and videos by myself, but today I have my sister, Latoya Kari. She is the chairperson of the William and Mary Foster Foundation, and she is able to share with a little bit with us all tonight. So welcome, Latoya. Say hello.
Hey!
I'm so excited because, we all have things that we deal with, we go through, and a lot of people have talked about they have this vision of the 20s. And I'm so excited because this young lady has done a lot. I've known her ever for a long, long, long time. And so one of the things I love about her is her determination, her drive, the way she's a go-getter. So Latoya, just tell us a little bit about, what you do, with the William Mary Foster Foundation.
Well, the foundation actually started in 2008 when my grandfather died, and he passed at the end of 2006. So we gave away our first scholarship in 2008. Mm-hmm. And I always let Sky handle everything with it, so I never touched it. So back in 2016, I guess God put something on my spirit to do more in the community. So I took over the community part of the foundation, and we had our first blanket and coat drive for Miracle Hill Foundation. And from there, I've had prom dress drives. We've had back to school events. Like, we do a whole lot in the community. Like, I just like to take care and give. So that's where all that comes from. And as you know, my granddaddy was a very giving man, and so was my grandmother. So we just trying to keep their legacy alive.
Awesome. And one thing that I love about you is that you manage so much. Like you said, you're giving back to the community, giving back to the drive. And a lot of times people, they have so many responsibilities, and one thing that I love about you is that even though, you're a single mother of two children, how old are your children?
My oldest son is 12. His name is Cameron, and my baby is 7. His name is Carson.
So you do that. So you work in the community and you work a full-time job. So, let's just talk a little bit about, how is it that you handle, because a lot of times, a lot of women who are single mothers, they deal with a lot of responsibility. Even though the father may be actively involved, sometimes it's still a strain whenever you are the leader in the house, you are, the primary caregiver in the home. So how do you handle those daily responsibilities, with handling the foundation and also, giving back, but then you also have to work a full-time job, take care of your kids and make sure they take care of school and, sports and all the extracurricular activities they have to, deal with and they're part of. How do you manage that as a single mother out here doing the thing?
I write a lot down, Michelle. Like, that keeps me going. So in the morning, I read my scriptures. Like, I try to wake up at least 5:30 in the morning and read my scriptures. That keeps my day, that lines me up to tackle whatever I have going on. I'm a manager at AT&T, so that's a whole full-time thing by itself. And then 2 kids, those are 2 full-time jobs. So I actually have 3 full-time jobs.
Right.
Yes. And I just started grad school, so that's like a whole nother full-time job.
Yes.
So I have a lot going on, but I just write a lot down. Like, I have a little journal I keep in my nightstand, and I write like my day down, and I talk to God through that journal. So things that I feel like I can't voice to someone, I go talk to him about it. And I talk to him in the car. Like, when I get off, that's like my me time. Mm-hmm. So we have a whole conversation from Spartanburg to Gaffney, or in the morning from Gaffney to Spartanburg. That's my me time with him. Yeah. And what I don't talk about, I just write it down. And I write everything down from what I need to do for the day, what my boys need to do. If I will be on like social media and I may see a scripture, or I may hear a sermon for someone, I write down that scripture so I can get home and I can read that. That's how I keep myself going. I write a lot of things down. Like, if my journal is like my life right now. It's like my little personal Bible, what I keep for me and what keeps me driven, what keeps me going.
Awesome. And one thing that you said that was very important is your me time. Because a lot of times, when mothers, you give so much to your children, you love your children, but a lot of times you get caught up in trying to care for your kids that and care for your children. You don't really take that time out for you. So, how did you get to that point? Did you start? Did you kind of have to evolve to that point? Or did you say, okay, I'm going to have to do this? Like, how was that process for you?
I had to evolve to that point because at one point in time, like I didn't know how to manage everything, and I was very stressed because I was young. I was a young mother. I had my first son when I was 18, and then I had my second baby when I was 22. And now I'm 30. I'll be 31 this year. And from that time of being an 18-year-old, I have grown and matured into a woman. So as I grew, like my children grew with me, and like they have helped me through a lot of things. And they have their little me time too. Like they'll go get in the corner, they want to go play the game. And I'm like, okay, so they have that me time. Mama gonna have her me time too. So
Right.
like when I shower at night, like that's my me time. I may stay in the bathroom 45 minutes listening to my gospel music and just calming down, try to get my brain to stop so I can actually speak. Or when I get into bed and my brain doesn't stop, because it doesn't stop every night, I
Right.
would write things down, and that would help me like just to calm down. Because my days, like becoming a manager, has been like, ooh, it's a big, 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 big step.
Right.
And at one point in time, like I was just taking care of me at work, and I have to take care of everybody else, and I have to be on conference calls constantly, and that's draining itself. But how I keep myself going, I write everything down. I do the same thing at work. I have a little notebook. I go in and write down my whole entire day. That way I won't forget anything or what I'm going to do the next day. I write a lot of things down. That's how I stay afloat. Read my Bible and write it down and pray.
Yes,
I
yes.
have to pray all day.
Yeah, right. I know, listen, sometimes honey, we need to get that extra in and walk away for about 10, 15 minutes to kind of get
Yes,
that
go
going.
take a break in the bed, pray, and come
Yes,
back out. I'm
yes.
ready.
Yes. So
Yes.
how do you, Toya, how do you kind of separate because you have so many responsibilities because you have a major responsibility at home and then you
Mhm.
go to work, you're a manager. So it's kind of like you are managing, individuals and they all have different personalities. You have to deal with so many problem solving issues. So how are you able to kind of separate, the responsibilities that you have, and even trying to work on your personal goals as you're trying to go into graduate school and upload and congratulations on that as well.
Thank you. What keeps how I separate that out? I go to my mentor, like I go to Sky. Like she has been in the game a long time when it comes to this management stuff, when it comes to helping people. And she helps me to stay like focused and positive on things. Like when I'm having bad days at work and I just feel like I can't get out of it, I call her or I text her like, please call me. It's a 911, it's an emergency. Nobody's dead, but I just need to talk to you. And she'll call me and she'll give me a scripture. Like that's where a lot of my scriptures come from her. I remember when I was working at an old job and I was having bad days. And she gave me Psalm 37, like, you read that every day. Read that at work. It's going to help. And I did. And it helped. Like, it helped that situation. It changed that whole entire situation. So I follow her steps as far as balancing. I know when to turn it on. I know when to turn it off. So when I'm home, it's strictly my kids. And when I get them settled, it's Latoya. And when it's gonna always be my children, of course. But they're at school, so while they're at school, I'm trying to work so I can provide for them to make sure that they're good. But like this, I have to turn it off as I go. So I do my community stuff, which that's not gonna ever end. I do my community stuff, then I get back to myself and my children. Then I do my stuff, and it's always gonna be my kids, or I do what they need for me to do. Then I get back to myself. It's just a big balance. Like it's a balance being a woman. It's hard sometimes,
Yeah.
but to make it flow, we have to keep pushing.
And one thing that that I love is that that you haven't you have your things that you do, your work, but you also work in your passion in the community. What kind of pushed you to kind of get to that? Because a lot of times when people are at that level, it's hard for them to kind of, they go, I'll do this later. And I have a lot of women that I work with that say, I want to do this, but I feel like now is not the time. And they tend to put things off, even though it may be their passion. So what was kind of like your drive? How would you encourage a woman who has a desire? They have a thing, but they're at a place where they feel like, well, I'm trying to wait for the right opportunity. Well, I have my passions, but
they're afraid.
They're afraid to kind of step out, have that confidence to move forward,
Just go for it. Like, I just went for it. Like, I'm my biggest cheerleader at the end of the day. Nobody cheers me on better than I could cheer myself on. Mm-hmm. And I just put it out there. Like, and I've always been like a giver. Like, I give anybody the shirt off my back. That's just, I've been like this since I was a child. And now, since I'm older, I can do more for people. And that's why people always say, you got to be rich to give and you have to do this and do that. No, you don't. The small things can make a person's world and make a person's day. And it be like little things. Like, I can when I do things for people, you never know who's watching you, because I've had a lot of people to come into my store and be like, oh, so you the one who give, you do the coat and the blanket drive in Gaffney, and I live in Gaffney, or I heard about it on social media, or I had a Gaffney ledger, and your name sounds familiar. If you ever need anything, let me know. I've had that happen a lot. And that's a blessing, because I can open up doors for people who are really in need of things. And that makes me feel good. That makes my heart smile, knowing that I can impact a person that way. Or when someone says my name, oh, she helps the community, let me get in touch with her because I have some things, or I have some prom dresses, or I have blankets, or, I have an event coming up and I want her to help me with it. Mm-hmm. That's big to me.
Yes, and the thing about it is just start wherever you are. And, I even know, for myself, with me trying to, doing counseling and the things that I want to do, and I knew that I was being pushed to another arena. And, it's kind of like, you just start and don't feel like you have to be, like you said, the small things count. Those
right.
Sometimes people think that they're not watching, they don't care. I don't have a voice. But people are watching you even when you don't even think that they
That's
are.
Right. That's right.
You never know the impact you do and you give to people just by you being and you stepping out, and doing your thing, doing and walking in your vision and walking to, your plan. So when we're talking about 2020 vision goals and all these big things or whatever, you have an event coming up. I will be the presenter.
Yes.
I'm so excited to be able to share. So we're going to talk a little bit about, spiritually loaded, because you talked a lot about, having that foundation. You talk with God, spend time with God, and we have our vision and plan. We know we're led by God with everything that we do, whatever goals we have. So tell me a little bit about the vision that you had with spiritually loaded.
So I'm a big person on vibes, and I feel like your vibe is connected to your spirit, and your spirit, like when you go somewhere, your presence is everything. So that's where the presence part comes from. Spiritually loaded means, what does your spirit say about you? So when you step into a room and when people see you, that's your spirit, what they're looking at. So what do they say about your spirit? Like, does she have a smiling spirit? Does she have a gracious spirit? Does she have a jealous spirit? Does she have an envious spirit? People can feel that, and I can feel that. And my mom was like that, and I get that from her. She was like, oh, she got a bad vibe. And I was like, Mom, it's something, like, I can feel it. And that's why I want this, like, what does your spirit say about you? When someone sees you, what do they say about you? Because your presence is everything. When you step into the room, they're going to see you if your spirit is bright and if your spirit is right. If your spirit is wrong and you step into a room, they're going to see that too. So what does your spirit say about you? And I want this vision brunch to be like people opening up and expressing themselves as far as what they want to see themselves accomplish in 2020 and going forward. Not only 2020, 2021, 2022. Write it down. What are your spiritual goals? What are your financial goals? What are your travel goals? What do you want to change about yourself? It could be something small, like I want my hair to grow long.
Mm-hmm.
That's a goal for me this year. Like, that's something I want to do. I want to travel more. I want my boys to explore more. That's what I want to do this year.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, like I want, as far as networking, I want like business owners from my area, not only my area, like other areas of South Carolina, just to come together so they can meet, so they can get their business out there and share their goals with other people. Like, that's a big help too. I've had people to call me about their goals, and I'm like, "Girl, you gonna rock it, girl. And I'm praying for you. And I'm getting
right.
you on, and I'm gonna be your first customer." And I like it. Like, I love for people to call me about stuff like that. That makes me feel good. They want to share things with me, because you can't share things with everyone. Everyone's not gonna cheer for you. Some people want to destroy you. So that makes me feel good for people to call me. So that's what this brunch is all about. Like, I want everybody to come together, let their hair down, have a good time, talk about their goals, goals that they wanted to accomplish but they didn't accomplish last year and they want to try this year. Like, that's what I want for this to be. So I want it to be great.
Yes, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And I can't wait to share, like you said, the positive vibes, and being able to have a place wherein you can release, you can have a time you let your hair down, you can laugh. We're going to have a good time. So when is the date of the event and the location?
It is February the 8th. It will be in Spartanburg, South Carolina, at the Holiday Inn off of 221. And we have tickets. I have tickets right here.
Tickets, yes.
Yes, and tickets are $25, and all the donations will go to the Women Mary Foster Scholarship. So we gave away one scholarship last year, but we want to at least get 5 children, to help with college this year. So that's my goal for this. That's the only reason why I'm asking for money, is for that reason.
Yes, so
to help the babies out.
Yeah, so all the proceeds will go to give a scholarship fund for inspiring college student. And what time is the event on February the 8th?
It is at 11 a.m. It's from 11 to 2.
11 to 2.
And we will provide the court. Like, instead of doing boards, I'm going to do court boards. So you can take things off of your board throughout the year if you want to change. If you paste things on the board, you can't just rip it off. You're going to mess it up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to provide the boards. I want everyone to bring in what they want to put on a board. I'm not a magazine vision person. Like, I just feel like everything in that magazine is not going to be what I want it to be. I would rather for everybody bring in what they want, and then we can go from there. And I'm going to also provide vision journals. So, like I said, I'm a big writer, and I want everybody to join my journaling journey. So I'm going to give away that as well. So that'll be a souvenir for everyone who comes.
Yes. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, it's limited seating available. So go ahead and get your tickets today. You can inbox Latoya Kari, or you can message me. You can DM me. It's going to be in the Spartanburg area from 11 to 2. So we will be glad and happy to have. It's for men and women. So it's not just for women. So I know you all sometimes think about vision board party. So men, if you want to come and you want to write,
for everyone as well.
Everybody, you can expect to be inspired, empowered, and be expecting to go to that next level. So go ahead and get your tickets. Don't wait. Get your tickets today. So I thank you so much for coming and sharing. And I hope that, in spite of everything, that as people begin to move to 2020, that there is really a lady here, a woman of God, that's out here doing the thing. She has multiple responsibilities, but she's out here. So it means that you're able to do it. We are both from women from a small town.
Yes.
Yeah, a small town where everybody everybody knows everybody. Everybody's keen to everybody, but God is still able to use you. You're able to see us today all over various states and all over because we were able to take that. step out and walk into our vision. You're able to do it.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you, Latoya. So February the 8th, 11 to 2, Songbird. Get your ticket, and we want to be able to see you and be spiritually loaded and walk to that next level.
Amen.
So thank you all for joining on this live tonight. And Toya, thank you. So
thank you, sis.
Is there anything else before we log off on tonight?
No, that is all. I hope to see everybody February the 8th.
All right. See you all February the 8th. If not, we'll see you all on Facebook.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.